Hello, Borderlands community. This is Garukin, aka Fluffy Mr. Stumpy on Twitch. We just went over Vex's skill tree, and now we're gonna go over RAFA. I'm trying to figure out what character I want to play in this game because all the characters, honestly, they all look really fun. So we're gonna go over RAFA's next. We're gonna go over the Peacebreaker cannons skill tree. So what's this do? Whenever RAFA activates an action skill, he enters overdrive. While an action skill is active, overdrive duration does not decrease. While overdrive is active, gain increased move speed, deal increased damage with all sources. Whenever he activates an action skill. Okay. And we'll choose the Peacebreaker cannons. Equip RAFA's Peacebreaker cannons, which automatically fire at enemies and RAFA's crosshairs, dealing kinetic gun damage. If that enemy dies or you press M3, the Peacebreaker cannons find a new target. Holding F ends Peacebreaker cannons and refunds a portion of the remaining action skill duration as action skill cooldown. Cool. Gun damage. You know, it just gun damage. RAFA and his Peacebreaker cannons gain increased fire rate. I wonder how much this does turret damage. Okay. So it doesn't do gun damage, it does turret damage. Overskill. RAFA gains increased shield regeneration and improved shield regen delay while overdrive is active. And overdrive is active whenever I activate my action skill, right? Okay. Oh, goodness. While Peacebreaker cannons are active, RAFA and his allies regenerate ammo. That could be really nice. Because there's sometimes when I have a gun in, say, Borderlands 3, like a TDR weapon, for instance. You shoot it for a little bit, you throw. You shoot it, throw. Shoot, throw. Shoot, throw. Shoot, throw. And sometimes you're like, oh, man, I didn't shoot enough and I threw too much, and now I don't have any ammo for that TDR weapon. So this would be really nice for TDR in particular if you just want to keep throwing weapons. Regenerates ammo and deal bonus fire damage based on how full his gun is. And his turrets shoot exploding bullets when his magazine is full. Huh. That is an interesting way to scale damage. How full his gun is? How does that actually work? Will it just pull like a... Well, wait, are heavy machine guns, are they considered ordnance weapons now? It says bonus damage up to 20%. So you can only get so much damage from this, I guess. Interesting augment. What's this one do? RAFA's Peacebreaker cannons gain increased critical hit chance. Pressing F, Peacebreaker cannons are active, causing them to double their critical hit chance and increase their critical hit damage, while also increasing his action skill duration to drain faster. Okay, so you get double crit hit chance and increased crit hit damage, but the duration is less. Killing an enemy causes RAFA to regain action skill duration while also causing his action skill duration to drain faster. What the hell? That's... Huh. Very interesting. So it's just like real speedy, real fast. Go, go, go. I like this regenerating ammo. I wonder if this regenerates holstered guns as well, or if it's just the gun that you have out. Let's see, this is a kill skill. Kill skill, killing an enemy restores shield based on RAFA's maximum health capacity. Okay. Whenever RAFA activates an action skill, restore a portion of the maximum shield capacity. If his shields are already full, gain overshield instead. Whenever RAFA critically hits an enemy, action skill duration is restored. You definitely want this. I feel like this is almost a must. I feel like this is almost a must, especially if you're going for Instito. You definitely want. How do you even say that? Words are hard. Okay. Resilentica? What are these names? Okay, why can't we just make them easy? Overdrive skill. RAFA gains increased damage reduction while overdrive is active. That sounds really nice. It starts out at 8% and goes higher? RAFA gains increased skill damage. Whenever RAFA shields break after being fully recharged, respawn a free grenade. Wait, spawn a free grenade. If he has a grenade equipped, use that grenade instead. Oh. He has grenade stuff, huh? That's pretty neat. RAFA deals increased damage from all sources. The fuller RAFA's shields are, the greater the bonus. Okay. What if I do... Doesn't he have some sort of overshield somewhere? Right here. I wonder how strong these just pure shield builds are going to work. Because, man, some of these shield passives in these skill trees sound really strong. Let's go for the damage. Damage reduction while overdrive is active. Get a couple points on that. Let's see what his other augments are. Hell in a Shell. Pressing F while Peacebreaker cannons are active causes them to fire 2 large fire bombs that deal fire damage to a large area. Killing enemies reduces the skill's cooldown. So is this like just a nuke? It's got a 50-second cooldown. That sounds really fun. They also deal ordnance damage, and he deals increased ordnance damage while Peacebreakers are active. So you're telling me use Peacebreaker cannons and then bring my ordnance weapon out? Okay. Pressing F while Peacebreaker cannons are active causes them to disconnect from RAFA and become a turret companion? What? That begins firing at enemies in place. Additionally, it will occasionally fire grenades at its targets. Oh. That sounds cool. Pressing F while Peacebreaker cannons is active causes them to fire a volley of homing rockets at enemies in view at the cost of action skill duration. Turret Buddy sounds fun, but I also like burning things, so fire. What are these capstones? RAFA's Peacebreaker cannons weapons are replaced with shotguns. What? Shotguns that deal increased damage and have increased pellet count. Additionally, RAFA's turrets gain a chance to ricochet off targets. Ricochets deal reduced damage. Excuse me? So you're telling me I could have a turret that also shoots shotguns? What? RAFA's Peaceberg cannon's weapons are replaced with shock beam and corrosive beam. Each beam automatically locks onto enemies in your view, and you may lock onto different enemies. What? What does that mean? I may lock on a different enemies? Beam team? RAFA's Peaceberg cannon's weapons are replaced with rockets that deal splash damage. Oh, these shotguns sound pretty fun. Turret shotguns? That shoot out grenades? Yeah. Well, now that I think, wait. What do these do? The first shot fired from RAFA's fully loaded magazine deals bonus corrosive damage. Huh. So this would be really good with guns that have low ammo, like a double barrel shotgun, like the Hellwalker, for instance. I know that's returning to the game, and I love the Hellwalker in Borderlands 3. That thing was fun. RAFA's ordnance deals bonus damage in his current weapon's element. Okay. I think we're gonna go. I like the sound of this shotgun, so I think we'd go down here. We grab this. Indirect projectiles gain increased damage. Indirect projectiles include all action skill weapons, thrown weapons, and projectiles not fired from your gun. What? While moving, shots have a chance to bounce off RAFA. This chance is doubled while sliding. Let's see that. Okay, this is probably the one passive. I'd have to put a point, right? It says 7%. So does it go up? How many points does this go up to, right? This is the one skill passive I've seen throughout RAFA's and Vex's where I'm just like, I'm probably never going to take that. But maybe. All indirect projectiles deal bonus fire damage. So is this like going towards the chaining? Right, this chain. Is this chain? Does the ricochet chance? Is there anything else that does ricochet chance? Melee override. Oh, what's this? Press V to lob a STRM glider at an enemy. Once it reaches its targets, it explodes, dealing fire splash damage. That's the first time I've seen fire splash damage in the skill trees. Based on the ammo of RAFA's current gun. Okay. Indirect projectiles gain a chance to ricochet. Ah, so that's nice. I don't know what it means by indirect projectiles. Not fired from your gun. Thrown weapons are indirect projectiles? What if there's a gun that spawns something by shooting? Like, what if it... Does this apply to, like, TDR weapons? If you shoot, reload, throw the weapon, and it spawns, like, a turret? Does this include those? Because that would be really, really strong. Damn, there's a lot of ricochet stuff. RAFA's weapons get a chance to ricochet off enemies. Very interesting. Kill skill. Deal all override bonuses. Override skill. All override is active. Rafa gains increased move speed. Oh, move speed. All right. Well, this will conclude Rafa's first look here at his Peacebreaker cannons. Looks pretty fun. A lot of interesting things going on. I'd really have to jump in the game to really understand how some of these mechanics work, especially these indirect projectiles. If it works with TDR weapons or thrown, I don't really understand. Like, I'm still throwing it. It still feels like a projectile. Not really sure. We'll dive in once Borderlands comes out. But thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. I appreciate it. We'll be going on to arc knives next for Rafa. Again, if you could like the video, comment, subscribe, whatever. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's some, because it helps me out. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.